So there are three definitions of investment mentality. So now that we have identified the toxic mindset that needs to be eradicated, the next thing we now need to do is to then begin to develop investment mentality. But what then is this investment mentality? What exactly is it? So we said, number one, I'm going to give you three definitions. Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the multiplication of all that you have. Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the multiplication of all that you have. So it simply means that when you have investment mentality, the Bible says the thought of the diligent tends only to plenteousness. So it means that every time money comes into your hand, you are not thinking of what to do to consume the money. You are thinking of what to do to increase the money. So if you have $1 million, you are thinking of how can it become 2 million. If you have 10 million, how can it become 20 million? If you have 100 million, how can it become 200 million? If you have $1 billion, how can it become 2 billion? So you're always thinking of multiplication. And that's one of the differences between the rich and the poor. The rich think investment, the poor think consumption. So when money comes into the mind or into the life of a poorly minded individual with poverty mentality, they're always thinking, money don't land, oh, what I could do, oh, that bag, that shoe, oh, that wristwatch, oh, that new iPhone, oh, that. So they're always thinking of consumption, they're not thinking of production. Number two, what is investment mentality? Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the acquisition of assets and not liability. Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the acquisition of assets and not liabilities. One of the reasons why a lot of people are poor is because their lives are made up of liabilities and not assets. Many times when people have money, they use the money to acquire liabilities instead of using the money to acquire assets. So let's do a deep dive. What is a liability and what's an asset? What is a liability and what is an asset? Let me bring it from two dimensions. Number one, an asset is anything that appreciates in value. Number two, an asset is anything that produces cash flow or produces income. So how do you know if something is an asset? If I buy this thing now, will it increase in value? Then it's an asset. If I buy this thing now, will it bring more money to me or take money from me? So once you go to that store and you buy that shoe, you buy that bag, you buy that wristwatch, the very minute you buy it, will it continue to increase in value or will it reduce in value? When you buy that car and you drive the car out of the car lot, can you go back there tomorrow and sell it to them for a higher price? So every time you begin to understand this, you realize that every time you are releasing money, are you releasing it for asset or for liability? What's a liability? A liability is anything that depreciates in value. So most of what people have is either a liability or a necessary liability. That's why they call it necessity. It's a liability, but it's a necessary liability. So they call it necessity. Hello? So once you release money and what you are using the money to get will not increase in value or bring money to you, that's a liability. So a lot of people are either operating in pure liability, which is foolishness, or necessary liability, which is life for a lot of people and at different stages. So sometimes that's where you start before you begin to now adjust and balance out to the next realm. Hello? Because for instance now, in some parts of the world, having a car is like a necessary liability. And it can even be an asset if you know what to do with it. So let me give you an example. If you have a car right now, it can be an asset or a liability. Why? It can be an asset because it can give you mobility and be a leverage for you to make more money. It can give you positioning and packaging to access more money. Are you seeing this? So you have to think very well, because we are not all in the same industry, in the same sector. So you have to think. If you buy a car now, maybe you live in somewhere inside, and you need to resume work by 8, but there's no way you can even see transportation. So you now realize, okay, if I have a car, it will help my health. Over time, I won't be going through. So there are a lot of dimensions to that. So one person's car may be a liability. Another person's car may be an asset. It may not be bringing money, but it's bringing relief, it's bringing health, because assets and income and increase is not only about finances. Did you get that now? Now, do you know that you can have a car and then only you wake up in the morning in the Kotsu, in Egbeda, and you enter your car and you'll be driving yourself to the island. And there are 3 empty seats behind you and 1 empty seat by your side. Some of you, there are even 7 empty seats behind you and 1 by your side. But only you will just be in the car driving. And you are praying, oh Lord, prosper me. And this salary is not enough. But there are seats that could have brought more money. So you could have just left your home and got into Egbeda and talked to the guys. Eba mi load moto or eba mi load bossy. So you are driving a Toyota Previa or a Toyota Sienna and you have seats for 7 or 8 more people. But only you are doing big manism without money. You can't pay rent, you can't pay school fees. You are borrowing money from microfinance. They are calling everybody on your phone. You are borrowing money from every app, change your SIM card, yet you didn't know that they know you. Whereas these 7 seats, you could have just gotten to a bed and it would be 2,000. Or how much? 3,500. I share it. So from Egbeda 3,500 straight. So 3,500 times 7, how much? Mathematician. Where are my maths people now? 3,005 times 7. 24. Okay, let's just say 20,000. Now, if it's a car, that's 4 people. 3,500 times 4. 14,000. Now think of it all. So you are going to work in the morning, 14K. When you are coming back, you stop at Obalende, they load for you again, 14K. So every day you are doing 28. Then the 8 you give it to boys. So at least you are doing 20 with your car. So every day you are doing 20. Every month you are doing 400. And your salary is 130. And you bought the car with company loan that they are removing 40,000 from your salary. So every month you collect 80. Are you seeing the practicality of it? So every day you are doing big man. You are not a big man. You are a fake man. Do you get it now? So, but what have you done now? Every day you are making 20K. Every week you are making 100K. Every month you are doing 400. So even if your salary is 130, 150, even if your salary is 1 million, another 400 has joined. So while you are working, that car now has become an asset. Are you seeing investment mentality now? You can decide to say you want to buy fridge. So you bought the fridge. The fridge is in your house. Necessary liability. Because it's not bringing money. It's reducing and it's not bringing money. You bought television. Many of you have bought flat screen. And it has made your life flat. You bought flat screen. You bought everything, generator, and you are not generating anything. So now, you see, the amazing thing is, the financial institution will give you loan to buy generator, buy fridge, but they won't give you loan to buy land. Because they are not interested in your well-being. They are interested in putting you into a trap so that you can become an income for them. Because the interest they will get from you is their own income. So you are their liability. Now you be their mugu. Hello? But now, you now have flash screen, you have generator, you have deep freezer, you are not at home. And you are not spiritually deep. When last did you watch that television? And you are still paying. But you know that same fridge and that generator, you can now load the fridge with water and block. And you begin to sell block. How much do they sell that block? That's 500. So if you have that block like this, you can even do like that, something they used to do bread. They can do the bigger one for you, just arrange it inside. That one will be more than 500. So imagine now that you are doing that maybe 1,000 and you are just selling 10 per week. No, not even per day. 10 per week. Then if you now sell 30 per week, that's 30,000. 10 per week, 10,000. That will pay for the fuel that you put in the generator. Are you seeing how this thing works? So it's not just about coming to church, you do fasting and prayer, and then I've told you, anytime you pray, God must give you an instruction, an idea, a step to take, an action. There must be something that is coming out of that prayer that you are now going to execute for you to get answers. Do we understand that now? So number 3, what's investment mentality? Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about bringing you to a level where you will no more work for money, but money will work for you. Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about bringing you to a level where you will no more work for money, but money will work for you. Now listen, there is nothing wrong working for money. Almost everybody will start from that realm. But once you have the right mindset, you know that this is temporary. And investment mentality is that mindset that helps you to know that, look, I'm starting out now, I'm working for money, but I must have an exit plan so that instead of me working for money, I get to a point where money will begin to work for me. And listen to this. I do not believe that any individual should work for more than 10 years, maximum 15 years, before they enter into that realm. If you have been working now for 10 years or 15 years and you still depend on salary, you are a poor man. You are operating behind what we are teaching now. So when you start working in your early 20s, you're 24, you're 25, you start working and you have all this understanding. As you are working, you are earning money, you are doing all this we are saying. By the time you have done 10 years, you should have a lot of things working for you that whether they pay you or not, you are okay. You are only working because that is what you need to do as your calling, your destiny, your career, your passion. Not because you are waiting for 30 days make one pay before you can eat, 30 days make one pay before you can. No, that's poverty. Jesus did not die for that. Hello? And that's why we need this natural dimension to add to the super so that we can operate in the supernatural. So it's that mindset of, okay, I'm starting out now. I'm earning my salary. I have to be saving every month. If I save every month, I have to do this, I have to do that, and this one will be working. Why this one is working? Why this one is working? By the time you are 10 years in that organization, or 10 years in the industry, or 10 years in the marketplace or in the workforce, you should not be depending on salary anymore. You should have a lot of things working for you and bringing income. Maximum 15 years, max. Hello? I also do not believe, it's my personal belief, that husband and wife should be working for salary beyond 10 years of their marriage. I believe that if you get married, I'm working, you are working, we should sit down and have a family plan and say, come, what's happening? What's the plan? Because by the 10th wedding anniversary, you should be in your own house. You shouldn't be tenant after 10 years. Now you are married for 25 years. You don't even have one plot of land. But you have done many burials. And you have done many naming ceremonies. And the children you named with 3 million, you can't even pay their school fees of 1.5 now. Why? Because these things are things that happens, and then the next thing we say is village people. It's not village people. It's ignorant people. Hello? Just need to understand this thing. So once you sit down, it's okay. If the day you met each other and say we're going to get married, as you are sitting down to plan how many children you are going to have, you are also sitting down to plan when are we going to have our own house, when are we going to start our own family business or investment, when you plan that from day one, there are many useless expenses that you will not have in that marriage. Because you will have something that is going to guide you. Because if you don't know what to do with money before money comes, when money comes, money will tell you what to do with it. And after you have obeyed the instruction of money, you will now realize that your own vision has been left unattended to. Hello? So let me tell you, say, neighbor, investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the multiplication of all that you have. Tell the second neighbor, say, neighbor, investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the acquisition of assets and not liability. Then tell yourself, investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about coming into a level where I will no more work for money, but money will work for me. Okay, so let's move on. So do you have investment mentality? Now that we know it, do you have it? That's a question that everybody needs to ask themselves. You know, the financial intelligence test that I told you to be doing every year is because of things like this. It's every year you do it, every year you learn. Because in the world that we live in today, we're all learning, Because, I was on a TV program last month, and one of the hosts asked me, do you make mistakes? Because every question, he said, I don't know how you answer all this question. We don't, before we ask, you have answered. He says, so it seems as if you know everything. I said, no, I make mistakes. I don't know everything. But the mistakes I make become the wisdom that I give. The mistakes I make become the wisdom that I give. So as I make mistake, I learn and I give the information to the next person so that they will not make that mistake. So I use my failures and my own mistakes to teach people not to repeat the same mistake. That's why I speak the way I speak. That's why I'm not called to everybody. There are people that my message will get them angry. What? I can't just be insulting everybody. I am not your pastor. Go to your pastor. My sheep hear my voice. Hello? There are pastors that anything they want to do, they will be looking for the best English and the best way to explain it, not to offend your sensibility. That's not my calling. My calling is to offend your sensibility, get you angry with yourself, say, why am I this foolish? And then change. Hello? That's my calling. So do you have investment mentality? Now, how do you know whether you have investment mentality or not? Just answer one question. What do you do with your money? That's all. What do you do with your money? Listen, whether you like it or not, everybody has money. Everybody has money. Even those that live under the bridge, everybody has money. Look, all those guys you see at the garage, hey, Baba, hey, Baba, hey. All those guys you see, some of them have been there for 15 years, 20 years. Some of them were born on the street. They grew up on that street. They get married. They give birth to children. And with that little money they are collecting this, they are there. Everybody has money. People are living under the bridge and they are eating and they are going to school. They are giving birth to children. Hello? It's all about what your reality is. Hello? So listen. What do you do with your money? There are 3 things you can do with money. And that will reveal whether you have investment mentality or not. 3 things. Number 1, you can waste money. That's what foolish people do. They waste money. If you know the kind of money that has passed your hand in the last 10 years, you should not be where you are now. But God is bringing restoration. The kind of money that has passed your hand. If I knew what I know now. Many of you have sponsored people to school that have become your enemy now. Many of you have started business for people that are asking you, what have you ever done for me? Yeah, because you had Messiah complex. Helper of the helpless. El Shaddai and you shall die. Yeah, because you are helping people that should not be helped. Hello? And today now, the same people you have helped are in top places. They don't pick your call. They now see you as a liability. That uncle, now he's always asking for money. But you sponsor them to school. You paid everything. Now they graduated, you are too local. Hello? Wisdom for Singles, MITV ground. 8,600 people in attendance. An evangelist came to the pulpit and started crying. I don't know what to do. Before 8,000 plus people. Why? He sent a girl to school. Young girl, took her around 15, 16, went to the family, I love your daughter, but she's young, and okay, she has to go to school. You know, these Eastern people, take the girl from 16, 15, 16, pay school fees. The girl, they go school, no go school. Then they do evangelism and mission. Then the girl graduates and says, I don't love you. And they call the family meeting and the family say, did we force you to pay our school fees? It's you that say you wanted to pay because you like, and the girl say, no, they do. We not go feel force her to marry you now. And then it came to a point, how much did you even spend? Calculate everything. And when she starts work, she will start paying you. No, you see. So some of the things you are calling goodness, you are a waster. You are wasting time, wasting energy, wasting emotion, wasting resources. Dynamite Forum, Calvary Bible Church headquarters in Dimo. A young boy stood up frustrated in this church. The fiancé, she is the woman that is her fiancé, he has sent the girl abroad 4 times. Go to Italy, go buy load. Go to Turkey, go buy load. He has never left Nigeria. But he's sponsoring the girl. So the girl has been exposed and met correct people. Inside this church, not another church, inside that material. Hello? And the guy is here provoking. Hey, pastor, or this sister. So I said, hey, bro, who sent you a message? So many of the things you are doing, you are just a waster. Some of you have approval addiction. You are addicted to people liking you. You are addicted to people approving of your personality. So some of the things you do, even what you don't have, you give to people to make them believe you are a good person. But you are a foolish person. That is the rationale behind the man that does not pay his own children's school fees. But everybody outside, he has said to them. So when the wife goes to report, nobody will believe. Say, okay, forget it, that man is very nice. If you know what that man is doing, that woman is very nice. That's why it is only the person that marries you that know you. I'm telling you. There are people we have called for ordination in this church and the wife stopped coming to church. Yeah, so we just put the husband's name, say, 1 day now. The day when the man carry letter, reach house, the woman say, I'm not going to that church again. They know they see. If they want to ordain you mean say Pastor Olumide they don't see, Pastor Abraham don't see, all of them don't see, they want to ordain you. Me when they house with you, I know, say you know, serious. They want to ordain you. Inside that say church, that our Calvary. I want to go to church again. Hello? Sincerely. Hello? Waste. Number 2, spend. So when you are a waster, you are a foolish person. Average people spend money. Oh, Nino Lowo, money is for spending. Let us eat and drink for tomorrow. We die. Then the third one is what? Investment. So foolish people waste money. Average people spend money. Wise people invest money. So where do you belong?